For Candida, you're going to need to do what I call the extended protocol. It's going to mean you're going to need to avoid sugar, carbs completely. And I usually say if you can avoid carbs completely, but I would aim for complete withdrawal. Because the carbs, and particularly the processed sugar, is going to be feeding the Candida. This goes for the same as worms or yeast or fungus, toenail fungus, anything like that. It's a pernicious infection is what I call it. So you need to starve it out because it eats sugar and carbs. So what you would be eating in that time is basically the keto diet. You would want to go towards keto, replacing all of the carbs and the sugar with fats and proteins, and any liquid sugars for sure. I would replace it with either just plain salty water, lightly salted water, or bone soup. Another good strategy is to load your body up with probiotics. I like bone soup, not necessarily for the probiotics, but for the benefits it gives your body's overall immune system to help fight this off. I would be on bone soup pretty much every day. Remember, you're not eating carbs. Hopefully this doesn't sound too complicated, but you're going to need to be in this for the long haul. There's nothing that will kill Candida right away. It is like a golf swing. You need to follow it all the way through, or it's not going to work. You can't do this for 2 weeks. It will grow back. I promise it will grow back. So you need to make sure the fire is fully extinguished, and this is why we say prepare for at least 90 days of this very serious sugar and carb avoidance. I would also add diatomaceous earth in for that entire time, 2 to 3 times a day, heavy, solid 2 tablespoon doses. So far, that's only 2 things: avoiding the carbs and sugar, adding the diatomaceous earth. Next, I would also add an antimicrobial product. I'll put the swipe up in. It's the kind of thing that should be in the medicine cabinet anyways, for when you do feel a tickle in your throat or something, but now you should be using it every day. Now, there's 4 different antimicrobial products on that link that we have in our antimicrobial section. Doesn't really matter which one, you just want to be using a powerful antimicrobial product, and each one of those 4 products are very powerful. So that's 3 things: avoiding the carbs, adding diatomaceous earth, which goes in and starts to kill things manually, mechanically, by running through the guts and attracting parasites and whatever to it, and killing all of that, and again clearing out all the sludge in the guts, and this will help your body improve. The 3rd thing is the antimicrobial. Now, what you could also do on top of that is you could add things in to support the immune system. I already mentioned bone soup. I would do that anyways. We should already be doing that anyways. You should have bones boiling regularly and drinking that regularly. And if I was to pick one thing to add to support my immune system during this process, and many people I know who have gotten rid of Candida chose colloidal silver. Now, I have just bought a bunch of colloidal silver from a guy I know who makes it. I mentioned the other day on the story. I will make that available very soon. And we already do sell it on our site. Youngevity does make it, and there's other great companies like Argentine 23 that do make it. The problem is when you buy it, it's usually in a container that's about this big, and I'm going to be telling you that you want to be using this every day for 90 days. So that's why I connected with Bob, and I just picked up 10 of the half-liter jugs, basically, of colloidal silver, which is very concentrated as well at 20 parts per million. So that should do the job. That is the brand. It's not a brand, it's underground. That is what we've been using on the street. So that's 4 things: starve it out, put diatomaceous earth in the body to manually, mechanically start killing things. 3rd thing is put an antimicrobial medicine. Those are medicines. It's not the same action as the mechanical diatomaceous earth. And the 4th thing was it'd be immune system support. Did not even mention the 90 essential nutrients. Colloidal silver is one of the 90 essential nutrients, but you should be taking the 90 essential nutrients anyways. That's going to be our basic advice anyways, but doing that alone is not going to do it. It's those other 4 things that are really going to guarantee it. And definitely check out my book, Fake Diseases. It covers all of the major topics that come up, like birth defects, blood sugar problems, bone and joint problems, cancer, autoimmune problems, and more. And it's on Amazon for just $9.99. Definitely get yourself a copy of Dr. Wallach's cookbook. This is basically a textbook about how to cook without the bad foods, particularly oil and gluten. This is 300 pages stuffed full of recipes without the bad foods that they're usually made from. And of course, make sure to check out our food page, Notice Foods, that's on YouTube, and at Notice Foods on Instagram. We have a lot of content up there teaching you how to cook without the bad foods that Dr. Wallach describes, and Dr. Glidden's 12 bad foods, all of that, all of the rules that you need to know. And we have experienced chefs and bakers who will answer the questions in those inboxes.